could it be?
Where's my money?
Breathe in.
What money?
Breathe out.
Fellas, take those masks off.
What mess?
Where's my money?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm not even Matt J. Blige.
I
Are these
cannot
working?
meditate
Are they working?
in these conditions.
It's
Are these
coming.
working?
I think it's
Not
working.
that.
This is a good episode. This is a good
They got
episode.
Matt.
How am I getting
They got
all
Matt.
of
You
this?
have.
Do we?
Run your rope.
Charlie, do we?
Matt's over with.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Remember a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
All right.
The car insurance?
Yeah.
That was me!
That was.
And this guy right here.
The ship goes down together. What do you want? What do you want?
I love that. At least he's with us.
I want that money. Check, crypto.
I'll pay with that.
This doesn't do anything!
Paper. Don't you want paper? You're all about that paper route?
Paper.
Nope. Paper trail? What do you want?
I want gold.
Well, you're gonna have to go to a gold mine to get some gold.
I got coins.
No.
I see that big quad of cash, man.
No, I
How
don't.
much? Okay. Let's talk numbers. How much do we owe you?
80 billion. Interest, 10% interest. Adjusted to inflation of
How much money did you spend? I lied about the stocks. I didn't make any money.
How much did you
lost
lose?
a lot.
Is this a Ponzi scheme?
How could he hear me?
This is literally a
No.
Ponzi scheme.
It's a paint scheme.
Paint scheme.
Yeah. Like what goes on race cars? Like paint scheme? What goes on car?
Just give me the money.
Guys,
You ain't
I think he's gonna
Back in
hurt
my
you.
day.
You're not
Back
gonna
in
use
my
that.
day, I've
Back in
used-
your day, you're using that as a cane.
Well, I like to use it,
Don't make fun
Don't
of him.
anger him.
Yeah, you're gonna make him
No,
worse.
no. I got this. The world spins around me in this pen.
I love that. That's beautiful.
If you,
Let me.
Give this
Matt,
guy
I'm
a
gonna.
break.
Matt,
how
I'm-
can he see me?
I'm gonna call our bank. I'm gonna call the bank.
Call the bank.
There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on.
We have a bank.
All the money you're ever gonna need right there. I got it all.
What?
Don't worry about
Huh?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Is that gonna be, will that do it? Does that cover us?
How,
Anonymous
beautiful.
donor.
Does that cover it?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
Perfect. That's all I've ever wanted.
this is an unlimited money
Yeah,
gift
I
card.
think we're
This is
set.
the infinite money glitch gift card.
Yes.
It's a shark card.
It's the loan shark card.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We did it.
I feel like you. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love,
love
you
you.
too.
Let's bring it in.
Let's bring it
Let's-
in.
I love
Let's
you.
bring
Come
it
on,
in.
I
come
love
on.
you guys.
Let's
This-
go.
I feel like this is where I
go.
belong now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
This is where I belong.
No question marks about this one.
Absolutely no
No.
questions asked.
No.
All my answers have been answered.
Wow. Isn't that wonderful?
No convicts.
No convicts.
No convicts on this show.
No one gets arrested.
The cream is free.
The cream is
The
free.
interviews are shown.
It is going to be glorious.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have a wonderful time.
This is gonna be a great time. This
You're
is
on the
a-
interview show.
This is the happy note.
The interview show expands.
We have been blessed by a miracle donor.
It was.
Miracle surprise
WTOP is
donation.
saved.
WTOP goes on.
We're gonna have so much money I can spend on more
No question
hamburgers.
marks. The future is set.
This is the interview show.
This has been the interview show.
And the future is now.
Tonight on WTOP 10 Nightly News, a poster-making session for Cherise Trump, but not for those in favor.
And threats of violence in high schools stretched across New York State today.
And our WTOP 10 reporter Jared Wakefield was there for the Ozfest reveal.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Jacqueline Driggs.
And I'm Kyle Spizak.
Students are advocating to, quote, take a stand at a peaceful sit-in tomorrow night. Some students feel unheard, and because of that, the event is going to be silent. The posters speak for themselves tomorrow night. The event will be taking place at Marano Campus Center in response to the recent controversial figure that is set to speak on campus tomorrow.
SUNY Oswego is a public institution, meaning it is more difficult to disallow someone to speak on campus than private institutions. Students tomorrow at the poster-making session will exercise their First Amendment rights as students from the College Conservatives organization await Cherise Trump's arrival. At the time, there has been no statement from the organizers of the poster-making.
April marks the beginning of Sexual Awareness Month. SUNY Oswego is helping spread awareness for the cause throughout the month. In the coming weeks, expect events that will bring light to a topic that affects many. Just today, the event, What Were You Wearing?, was held in the Marano Campus Center. Next event is a movie showing called On the Basics of Sex on April 11th.
Oswego Health is celebrating National Foot Health Awareness Month, and they want to spread the word on how you can treat, well, your feet. The Center for Wound Healing treats chronic foot wounds from underlying conditions like diabetes and ulcers as well. Experts say keep your feet nice and healthy. You can wash your feet daily, check for injuries, wear proper fitting shoes, and always wear socks with your shoes.
The announcement is finally here. Party Next Door will headline SUNY Oswego's 2023 Ozfest concert.
Oswego Now's Jared Wakefield stopped by the Marano Campus Center as organizers move past the controversy around last year's event.
March 31st, the date circled on the calendar for Ricky Strachan and Nicholas Riley as they planned this year's Ozfest concert. The crowd did not disappoint as the Student Association Programming Board announces hip-hop star Party Next Door will headline this year's concert.
Party Next Door has kind of already started to blow up. He's currently signed under Drake's record label. He's doing major songs. One of his songs is currently trending on TikTok. So it was really good to get not just the usual coming up artist, but an artist that's in his peak right now.
Ozfest is a busy day, from blow-up attractions to endless cotton candy. However, the concert is the star of Ozfest's show. Finding an artist that will rock the wheelhouse but also won't rock the checkbook has been a challenge for SAPB.
There were artists, honestly, that were on the list that literally shot up maybe 70K within the 2 weeks that we were doing this voting. So I was in shock. I was like, oh, okay, we thought he was an option. He technically isn't anymore, yeah.
Last year, students were disappointed after a lineup headlined by Ari Lennox was revealed. Students said they were unheard. Strachan and Riley did not want that to happen again.
Last year, one of the main things I had heard was the idea of it seeming not even like favoritism, but like people weren't even, like votes weren't considered. It was really just like a choice thing. And we didn't want it to feel that way this time. So
with each and every concert, you live and you learn. There are certain things that you realize that could have been done a bit differently, certain things that you could have critiqued.
The first impressions say that it hasn't happened again.
I think I didn't care about last year as much, but this year, it sounds cooler, so I'll be going, yeah.
This year's opening act is also a change of pace. Oxcord Wars, a national DJ troupe, will greet students' ears as they take their seats for the show.
They are really great at crowd control, especially engaging with the crowd, doing different competitions, music-based competitions, and they also do a lot of giveaways.
On May 5th, Strachan and Riley will see if they've turned the tide. For now, the campus lays in wait for Mayflowers and for the party to come to Oswego's door. Jared Wakefield for WTOP 10.
This year's Ozfest will be held May 5th. Tickets are currently on sale for the concert online or in person at the college's box office. Tickets cost $15 for students and $25 for non-students.
Recruit New York is being held in April 22nd and April 23rd across New York State to help increase volunteer membership in local fire departments. Volunteers are essential for medical emergencies, automobile accidents, and also save New Yorkers $4.7 billion annually. According to the Firefighters Association of New York, legislation in Albany is working towards better incentives for volunteers, including an increased tax credit and foundational firefighting training courses.
Fulton police responded to a call at 1 a.m. Friday regarding a suspicious fire where police found 3 vehicles ablaze. Surveillance footage shows a suspect wearing dark clothes and a hood entering the parking lot with 2 gas cans, lighting the cars on fire and fleeing the scene. Anyone with information on this case is asked to contact investigator Thomas Yager at 315-592-3431.
Anonymous email threats and other forms of swatting threats were received across New York State on Tuesday throughout more than 50 school districts. Schools were delayed opening and K-9 units and officers searched the campuses. Governor Kathy Hochul of New York put out a statement reassuring parents and students that her top priority will always be the safety of New Yorkers and that law enforcement is working very hard to identify the perpetrators and hold them accountable.
April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and the New York State Department of Health is launching a new campaign to support the cause. The initiative to raise awareness of the dangers from distracted driving comes after research found 1 in 4 injuries during crashes were caused from distracted driving.
And now let's take a quick look at the weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brianna Saunders.
Today was cloudy but still warm. Is this something we will see throughout the rest of the week, Brianna?
We can see the warming trend continue throughout the week. We are expecting the temperatures to rise even into the lower 60s tomorrow. I have more details on that later, but taking a quick look at this convective outlook that was issued by the National Weather Service, we are put into the border of a slight and marginal risk. This means we can see some isolated severe thunderstorms. We have a marginal wind threat here, along with a very slight chance of tornadoes, about 2%. I'll have more updates on that on my full forecast for you after the break. Now, back to the desk.
And coming up later tonight, a historic arrest in New York City played out today.
And another European country becomes the 31st member of NATO.
I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brianna Saunders. Now, as I mentioned, we do have a convective outlook issue putting us on the border of a slight and marginal risk. When we look at that, we can see our greatest threat associated with this is a wind threat. We have about a 15% chance of wind. You might be wondering what that means. Well, in our terms, all we need to know is that there is a chance of a stray thunderstorm or two passing through, bringing us some gusty winds up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. We do have a slight chance of some lightning, a lower risk than the wind. You can expect a rumble or two throughout your day as you're heading into classes. So don't be scared if you hear a loud boom sitting in your classes tomorrow. It might just be a stray lightning bolt or two. And we do have a 2% tornado risk. This means there is a small chance of an isolated tornado if a storm can get severe warned. I'm not saying there will be tornadoes, but just keep in mind there is a chance, so you should stay tuned to your local weather sources for more information throughout the day tomorrow. Taking a look at our trash can forecast, we can see that there is a chance of your trash can getting knocked over. As I said before, there is a chance of 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts. Looking at this, we can expect our trash cans to get knocked over, but we're not quite expecting them to get into your neighbor's yard unless we get a really severe thunderstorm, which is not super expected with this system rolling through, but not impossible. Now, taking a quick look at some lightning safety, we can see the best thing you could do is to stay inside. You want to stay away from all windows and go to the innermost part of your house. And looking at tall objects, you want to stay away from those. Don't go near tall objects as lightning is attracted to that. And as you're heading out the door tomorrow, you can see our temperatures ranging from the upper 40s to the lower 60s around 3 p.m., starting to decrease as those storms roll through, bringing some cold air to blast into our area. We can expect those temperatures to drop into the 50s by 7 p.m., heading into the lower 40s overnight. Now, taking a quick look at our 7-day forecast, we can see, as mentioned, we're expecting thunderstorms with the high of 64, low of 39 tomorrow. Again, that cold blast is making those temperatures drop drastically. Heading into Wednesday, we have a high of 58, a low of 47, with another slight chance of some thunderstorms to roll through our area. Heading into Friday and our weekend, we can see sunny skies return with our highs staying in the lower 40s, upper 30s, and lower 50s. They start to rise towards the end of the weekend, and heading into our early week, we can see those temperatures finally rise back into the 60s, staying partly sunny with a slight drop-off towards Tuesday. That's it for my full forecast. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Okay, thank you, Brianna. The historic surrender of former President Donald Trump played out in New York City today. CNN's Mike Valerio has more.
Former President Donald Trump walking into his historic arraignment on more than 30 charges related to business fraud. Tuesday's legal proceedings relatively short, but its impact on American history seismic, unprecedented. Trump is now the first ever former or sitting president to be criminally charged. The charges center on a 2016 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels, facilitated by his then personal lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen, who was convicted for his role in that payment and testified to the New York grand jury against his former boss.
Michael Cohen did time for a crime that the federal prosecutors in Manhattan said Donald Trump directed him to do, and it was only for his benefit. And so Michael Cohen did the time. Now it's time for equal justice.
Trump is already looking ahead towards a possible trial, posting Tuesday morning that it should be moved to Staten Island because Manhattan would be, quote, very unfair. Security around the New York City courthouse was ramped up ahead of Tuesday's arraignment, with overall peaceful crowds gathering both for and against Trump, including a brief appearance by one of his most vocal allies on the Hill.
This is the former president of the United States of America. And the government has been weaponized against him.
He is not above the law. He should not be above the law. The analysis of whether or not he is or is not a former president should be irrelevant.
The next step for Trump, back at home at Mar-a-Lago Tuesday night, where his lawyers have said they'll dissect every charge in the now unsealed indictment and plan their defense.
Donald Trump has now since left New York back to Mar-a-Lago, and the next in-person court date in New York City will be held December 4th.
The FBI seized the web domains of a popular cybercrime forum, Genesis Market, an invite-only crime forum that sold login information from thousands of computers. The Bureau named the takedown Operation Cookie Monster, a play on words of how the website sold information known as cookies, according to the seizure notice. The forum was active for about 5 years, where it played a key role in allowing cyber criminals to carry out identity theft, fraud, and ransomware attacks.
Florida State Senate has passed a bill that would ban most abortions in the state after about 6 weeks of pregnancy. The bill would impose restrictions on telehealth abortions and medications and targets both physicians and participants of the procedures. It would also include exemptions for women facing life-threatening pregnancies and victims of sexual assault and human trafficking. The bill would still have to go through the GOP-led House.
Meghan Markle is being recognized for her tireless work and activism advocating for women. Markle, along with Prince Henry, founded Artwell, which in 2020 directed grants in supporting to various charities supporting women and girls. Gloria Steinem, the founder of Miss Foundation for Women, will present Markle with the Woman of Vision Award at the foundation's 50th anniversary gala in New York next month.
Finland officially becomes the 31st member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO. This doubles the military alliance's border presence in a big blow to Russia and President Putin's attempts to undermine NATO since his invasion of Ukraine. Sweden is also seeking to join, but are stalled by NATO members Turkey and Hungary. Russia said they will scale up their forces near Finland if weapons are sent out to the new member country. And stay tuned to see how more food shortages will affect fast food prices.
And find out what the national holiday is tomorrow.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
And welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Spicy food has become the new trend, and Heinz Ketchup is joining by releasing 3 new hot pepper ketchup options, as well as a new hot Heinz 57 sauce. The new flavors include chipotle, jalapeno, and habanero ketchup. Heinz says nearly half of millennials and Gen Z shoppers buy spicy sauces regularly and actively look for a variety of flavor options.
While there may be more ketchup and hot sauce options on the market, you may have to pay more for the food to pair with it. Fast food restaurants are experiencing a shortage of small chicken parts, and prices for the chicken products will begin to rise. Companies like Kentucky Fried Chicken and Chick-fil-A use chickens weighing about 4 pounds, and the demand is driving up costs on all ends.
Millions of Americans suffer from chronic back pain, and in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has a look at a message robot and how this device may change the way back pain is treated.
It may be the future of massage therapy, a robot named Emma.
EMMA stands for Expert Manipulative Massage Automation.
Dr. Brent Bauer is part of a team at Mayo Clinic studying this device, which uses a form of therapeutic massage called Tweena to target nonspecific low back pain.
This is actually a device that can actually detect acupuncture points and then deliver targeted therapy.
Bauer says right now there aren't enough massage therapists to meet demand. Emma may be able to help some of the workload.
It is designed to have artificial intelligence. It can learn each time it works with the same patient. It can map out different points of tenderness, muscle tension, and then through algorithms that are far beyond my comprehension, can actually target the machine to move from spot to spot, different depths.
Bauer says the device can also use different massage techniques with tools that can be attached to the arm. It can go from a rubbing motion to a pinching motion and more, but he says it wouldn't replace massage therapists.
If we set things up with a therapist, if the machine could do a lot of the heavy lifting, and then the therapist can kind of finalize and make sure things were covered, I think we can protect our therapists, allow them to see more patients, but with less wear and tear.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Mayo Clinic is testing this massage robot now to see what patients think of it. After the study, they'll decide whether to use it throughout their hospital systems or not.
An estimated 1 in 6 people globally are affected by infertility. Researchers at the World Health Organization say the condition is common and found rates of infertility are similar across all countries and regions. However, researchers found that people in poorer countries tend to spend a significantly larger percentage of their income on fertility care compared to wealthier countries, which researchers say exemplifies a high-level risk of inequality to access in healthcare.
Lace up your sneakers, tomorrow is National Walking Day. Since 2007, on the first Wednesday in April, the American Heart Association takes time to remind people about the health benefits of walking. It doesn't have to be a long one, just carve out about 30 minutes at some point during the day. You're encouraged to walk with a friend, human or canine. Just don't forget to stretch and drink lots of water. And coming up in sports, it's Thomas Turgeon.
Hey Turge, what you got for us, bud?
Well, I've got quite a lot for you guys, so stick around as we've got a lot to talk about from Oswego State Athletics, and we'll take a new look at the Oswego State head coach on the men's lacrosse side. I'll have all this and more after the break.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it. Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Thomas Turgeon with your Tuesday night sports report. We start things off on the road in Geneseo, where the Oswego State women's lacrosse team was in action and would fall to the Geneseo Knights by a score of 13-8. The Lakers would be led by Sela Wiley with 3 points, as well as Shay McConnell and Julia Quirk both tallying a pair of goals in the loss. Britt Howard and the squad will return home before traveling up to Potsdam for a Friday afternoon matchup with the Bears at 3 p.m. Over to the Diamond now, where the Oswego State softball team had a doubleheader today against the Hamilton Continentals. The Lakers would fall in the first game by a final score of 14-0, and Oswego would only record 2 hits in the loss. Oswego would fall yet again in the second game, losing by a final score of 11-2. Oswego will go to the North Country this weekend for 2 doubleheaders with Plattsburgh and Potsdam on Friday and Saturday. The NHL regular season is also starting to dwindle down to the final few games, and the Buffalo Sabres are trying to make one final push with another building block matchup tonight against the Florida Panthers. The Sabres sit 5 points outside a wild card spot with 2 games at hand on the current second wild card, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. and currently the Sabres, they trail to the Cats by a score of 2-1 in the third period. Down to the hardwood in NYC, where the Knicks have already clinched a spot in the playoffs and will be in action tomorrow night in Indiana for a date with the already eliminated Pacers. New York is currently 3 games back behind the 4-seed Cleveland Cavaliers and look to make up some ground at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse tomorrow night at 7 p.m. as New York has won 4 in a row, looking for 5. Well, although there has still been freezing temperatures here at the Laker turf, lacrosse is in full swing for Oswego State. However, this season also brings a new head coach to the program. Let's take a look. Meet Andrew Daly, the new Oswego State men's lacrosse coach, as well as the 3rd head coach of the program in the last 3 seasons. Daly comes from a vast coaching background from high school to college. However, as he tells us, Oswego was the right fit for him as a bench boss.
You know, getting back into the SUNY was something I was really excited about, and you know, I was kind of waiting for this job to potentially open up. It was the one that, if it came open, I was hoping would, and I would go for it.
On the other hand, for junior midfielder Gavin Elston, he is well aware that the margin between being a good team and a great team is very small, as the SUNY Conference matchups linger later in the year, as he led the team in goals and points last season.
Yeah, so we obviously fell short from last year, so it was just 1-goal games. I mean, when it comes down to it, we just got to play a little bit harder, make smart decisions. We have the guys to do it, so we just have to go out there and show it.
For Daly, he believes that the program is trending in the right direction over the last few seasons, but is determined to increase that trend further while at the Oswego State program.
Right now, our main focus is just getting our intensity back, our physicality back, and making sure we're bringing it every day. A couple 1-goal games and things could be drastically different, so I know these guys have their sights set pretty high, and I want to make sure we're doing everything to try and reach that potential.
Coach Daly will clearly have a challenge on his hands with this squad, as 5 of the total 8 SUNY Conference games will not be played here at the Laker Turf Stadium in his first season at the program. From WTOP 10 Sports, I'm Thomas Turgeon. The Lakers will be back in action this upcoming Saturday at home when they welcome the Oneonta Red Dragons to the Laker Turf for a 1 p.m. start. And the Lakers, they look to make it 3 SUNY wins to start off conference play.
And they had a pretty good weekend last weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plattsburgh came in here and really hard-fought game. They never gave up all the way through.
Yeah, and I mean, looking towards the weekend, we can expect the weather to be pretty good for the games as well, since we're looking at some sunny and mild temperatures. They also, we might be sweating a little bit when it hits around 60 on Monday, but we are expecting some thunderstorms around Wednesday, so stay tuned for that.
And that's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for Off the Clock.
Thank you all for watching, and have a great night, everyone.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Ready, guys? Yeah.
Welcome
back to
Restart.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Off the Clock.
Okay, there we go.
I'm Stephanie Genesi.
I'm Maddie Durant.
And I'm Cece.
Just Cece.
We practiced that so many times.
Yeah. We still managed to mess it up the first go, guys.
We did it good before, but like.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Okay, but we have a lot planned for today. So of course, we're going to start with our fit checks, and then we're going to talk about birthdays. There was a couple of birthdays this past month, so we're going to talk about that.
21 legal.
21 also legal.
It wasn't my birthday. My birthday already
Stuff is the
passed a
opposite
while
here.
ago. Yeah. And then we went on a little trip and we vlogged it, so you guys will get to see that after the break.
Yeah.
And then we have the question of the day with a member of our crew, mystery member. Ooh. And Cece's French word of the day. Very exciting things to look forward to.
Yes.
Who knows what could it be?
That's right.
But now,
wow,
it's Maddie's favorite part
It's
of
my
the show.
It's my turn. Oh my gosh, the best part, the fit check. So I accidentally wore the same outfit as I did last week.
I'm good.
But it's fine. This is fine.
You didn't wear that last week. You wore a
I
dress
think-
last week, didn't you?
Was that last week?
I don't even remember.
I think it was. I think this was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh well.
2 episodes ago, I wore the same outfit, but that's okay because we mixed it up a little bit. So earrings, they're little champagne bottles. I got them for my 21st. They are from our, I don't know what position she's doing right now, but Melinda in the back.
She's TD.
She's TD, our TD Melinda. And then this is just a black shirt. I think it's from like Target or Walmart or something. Belt, Old Navy, pants, mom, boots, Sperry's, and that's it.
Very cute. All
Do you
right,
wanna go?
Cece, your turn.
Okay. Today, we got a bunch of different stuff. My mom gave me this. Don't know where she got it. This is from Garage. This is American Eagle. My socks are Nike. And I got Crocs.
Like the little widgets on there.
Isn't
Yeah.
it so cute?
That's
Widget,
what
you
they're
call-
called.
I think it's Gibbet.
Gibbet, thank you.
Gibbets.
Yes,
Widgets are cute though.
Gibbet, yes.
Yeah.
Widgets are cuter.
Yeah. All right, my turn now.
Your turn. So.
All right, I have this shirt. Honestly, can't really remember where I got it, but it's cute. So yeah. And then my jeans are Levi, and then my Converse that I'm pretty sure I've worn in like half of these shows. So yeah, that's my outfit.
Beautiful. I'm dead.
I forgot. Okay.
A gift
Now
for the birthdays.
the birthdays.
The
All right.
birthdays,
Yeah.
perfect
So
segue.
we just had a birthday here. We celebrated your birthday this past weekend. So do you
We
want to
did.
tell
It
us a little
was-
bit about it?
Yeah,
It was fun.
so
I
it was
there.
my 21st. I had just a little dinner with some friends, a little potluck dinner, and it was real cute. You know, I thought everyone had a good time. Everyone brought their own dish, so we got a lot of chicken. A lot of people love to bring chicken, and we had potatoes. We had really good, like cheesy potatoes.
Wow.
Cece was working, so she was not present at the occasion.
Yeah. Sorry.
But she was invited. She was still invited. And then the next night,
Lot
I
of
did a movie
filming.
night because I needed to chill. I'm very much an extroverted introvert, which if you don't know what that is, it's like you're extroverted, but you also have introverted qualities. And so I can only exert myself so much, I feel like.
Yeah.
So I had, I had my little social night and then I had my introvert night, which
Yeah,
I
I
thought
was
was
there.
very
It was
good.
a lot of fun.
It was.
A
I'm
lot
glad you
of,
enjoyed
lot,
yourself.
A lot of good food.
There were, oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're still working
Oh,
through it.
look at this. Erin's
We
eating
ju-
some good food
Yeah,
right now.
speaking of good food, we got some pizza.
Yeah.
Erin, do you want to tell us where you got your pizza?
Downstairs.
Downstairs. Pizza, the
Downstairs.
downstairs
We got
pizza
it.
parlor.
That smells good.
Heck yes.
It does.
I'm good.
All right. And then Cece, it was just your birthday too,
Yeah.
right? Did you do anything special for your birthday?
My birthday was March 24th. That weekend, I just spent the time with my boyfriend.
Oh,
that's nice.
And then we just went out and did stuff. We went to the movies. What did we watch? Scream. It was Scream 6.
Oh, wow.
I
Was
recommend.
that good? My roommate saw that.
Mhm.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
came,
I love
she was
the
like,
Scream
she
movies.
loved it.
Yeah.
I've seen them all out of order. I have not seen them. I know, it's really weird. It's like other people put them on and you just kind of like walk in, you know? That's what it's been like for me. I'll
Yeah.
just walk in and be like, oh, someone's dying on TV. Okay, I guess I'll stay.
No, but I feel like it makes sense. Like you can watch it in any order.
Yeah.
It will make sense. I mean,
I don't
Erin
know.
doesn't agree.
I feel
If you-
like,
okay,
I
if
feel
you
like yes
watch-
and no.
Would you like to come over here and give
I
us
was
your
slightly
opinion on this?
confused.
okay. I feel like it will all make sense.
All right.
I feel like you can.
So, you cannot watch the Scream 2 without knowing what happened in Scream 1, right? Because you know the ghost face at the end.
True.
The reason being.
Yeah.
And then, especially Scream 5, You wouldn't know anything without knowing what happened in Scream 1.
I guess.
That's true.
So
But
you
you
can't just
still
watch them all out of order and be like, oh god, Scream 5.
But you can still like
can
a new
still
person
watch
could
it.
still watch like Scream 5 and
No.
still like
No.
No,
Okay.
I did do that. I watched Scream 5.
It still makes a little
It's
sense.
I don't remember.
That's a
what
red
order
flag.
I watched them. It's a red flag?
That's a red flag.
Oh, okay.
Red flag, red flag.
All right, I don't want to break up our conversation, but we do
We're
have
coming back
to go
to
to
the
break.
Scream debate here.
Okay, maybe after our question of the day.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Whoa, that's a close up of me.
Hey.
All right, so don't go anywhere because we'll have our little vlog after the break.
Shine on that boy. Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hi guys, welcome back to Off the Clock. So today you guys are gonna see our vlog where we went to a farm.
We did a little adventure this weekend. We went out to Chimney Bluffs, which is like a little, you know what that is. I'll let you Google it. And then we went to my friend's fruit farm, Vanderwall Farms. Thank you guys so much for hosting us. Just wanted to give you a quick shout out. Thank you, Harrison Vanderwall. Very much appreciate it. And yeah, do you guys have anything you want to add before we take the video?
I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a really cool place.
It was definitely
different.
an adventure.
It's somewhere I have never been before.
It was industrial fruit production, and I made the comment that I used to think fruit production was just a bunch of little farms contributing like a couple hundred apples, and it is not that. It is not that at all.
No. But let's let the audience see it now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Let's go to the video.
Hey,
hey guys, so today Maddie's driving us down to the Chimney Bluffs, and we're gonna go have a little adventure there, and I think we're also gonna go to a farm. And what's at the farm, Maddie?
So it's an apple farm, and they also make some cider. So we're gonna go have a little cider tasting and pick apples, pet some dogs. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a good time.
Steph.
Now what?
Maddie.
Yay.
Cece.
We're still driving.
Still driving.
It's kind of a long one.
How much longer we got?
Cece, can you check the map for me?
21 minutes.
Not bad. It's not bad. Ooh, free couch.
Where?
Cut out the lulls in the conversation.
Oh my god, you know
Look,
what I've
free
always wanted to
dumpster.
do? Where?
What was it? Free dumpster. It was not free. It was just a dumpster. I love it.
Police. Federals.
Federals.
I think it's cold over. I love all the rock work. Over here! Okay, so we're really cold. So we're gonna go back to the car now and go to the farm. This has been Chimney Bluffs.
It's been really beautiful.
It has been really pretty.
We're going now.
Let's go. We're going. We're going. Okay, bye-bye.
Run!
So this is our bag line here. So like when you see like 3-pound, 5-pound bags at stores, that comes from the ones a little further down here. And then tote bags, which are the ones with the handle, they're made on this section of the line. The guys working past this machine will put the boxes on the pallets, stacking them, and then they go out to get shipped out.
Fun process.
Ooh, look at the bags.
So go up on this platform.
And I'll just fall into there.
This way over the line. So the bins come in right about by that red thing over there. You can stack them up. The machine unstacks them, lifts one up, puts it down through the dump tank and that water there. All the apples float up and out of the bin, and then the bin goes off to be bundled in that machine. Apples float around. While they're floating, the water gets any debris off them, cleans them up. They go up the elevator here along this brush bed. That knocks anything off of them, cleans them up. You don't want any soil or anything like that on the fruit going through because that can be food safety risk. Those lines are just for soap if the apples are really, well, when they get old they can get a little greasy. So that just knocks any of that off. Runs down the line there, the fruit gets dried off. Before at the turn, that line there puts a little bit of wax on them because the American public really likes shiny apples. Goes through this long thing with a green top to it, that's our dryer, and that just gets all the water off, gets the wax to stick and harden up nice. What's that?
Basically spa day for the apples.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spa day for the apples.
That's a good way to put it.
This is our control center. So we have internal defect sorter, an external defect sorter. So that sees the outside of the apples and the inside of the apples and just sees if there's bitter pit, any rot spots, bruising, or internal things like water core, things like that. And if it sees any issues, it takes them right onto the juice line.
And you make juice out of that.
Yes.
Fun.
And now this is the tray pack line. So down at the end there, like any trays, like bulk apples you can see at stores, that's where they get made. And then right in here we have some automatic baggers.
How do we be apple though?
And then people, development at least. Well, not today.
Yeah. Who's already started doing this stuff? The apples go all here. We started doing all the apples.
Oh yeah, we're probably 90% through now. We'd like to be done.
What is it?
There's an apple, guys.
Just one lonely apple.
Boxes ready to go out. So from here these will ship out, go down to Pennsylvania and ship to stores.
Stop it, you're not.
You're allergic to apples. In either the fall of the year, we'd like to plant in the fall. That's easiest. You don't have to wait for the soil to dry up. Or in the spring, we plant the trees. So either the fall of the second year of the nursery stock or the spring of the third. And then after about 2.5, 3 years after that, then the trees can start bearing some fruit. And I mean, usually in the first 2 years, we like to minimize the amount of fruit load on them so that we get more vegetative growth instead of fruit growth.
You guys want apples?
How many people can fit in there? Well, I mean more if you get
Pictures? Are you filming
Our little farm trip for the day.
We
and
did.
we're finishing the day with some
Lighting. It's too dark now.
Oh no.
Is it too dark?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
That's okay.
Sunroof stays open. That's fine.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
We appreciate you.
We're hungry as hell.
We're really hungry. What'd you say? Have a good day.
Yeah. Have
Have a good day, or we're hungry as hell. You choose your tagline. You tag out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Oh.
Whoa.
Love it.
Abruptly.
Very abruptly.
But yeah, what did you guys think about that trip? I thought it was really cool.
I mean,
to
I
see
loved
that whole
it, you know.
process. I know you've been there.
I've been there a couple times, but I always love getting the tour. I felt like this time was different because my very first tour, I was very overwhelmed. I had no idea what was it. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it is
I
a
was
lot.
overwhelmed looking at it all too.
it's like you have the actual land, then you have the cold storage, and you're like the science behind it. Very
when you
cool.
told me we were going to an apple farm, I was not expecting.
No,
picking
apples.
Factory.
I was also not expecting that my first time either. I was like, oh my gosh.
There's an entire factory.
There's a factory. It's pretty much they got a packing house. They call it the packing house. That was the big room with the conveyor belts and the
We didn't even get to put everything in there, the video
that's
either.
True. That's true. I wish the dogs had gotten more screen time, I gotta say.
Okay, well,
Cece edited this amazing video.
Yes, she did.
Thank
She
you.
did. You did a very lovely
Listen,
job.
64 clips.
It was a
Didn't
lot.
even put all of it in there.
64?
Yeah, well, it was a 68, something like that.
That's a lot. That's a lot of clips.
Yeah, we went to an apple farm because Steph, didn't let us know that she was allergic to apples.
I know, we get there, you're like, I'm allergic. I'm like,
It just like
all
makes
the
my
time.
throat itchy. Like I'm not deathly allergic, but like if I eat it, it'll just make my throat itchy.
Maybe it's the skin.
Maybe it's the acid in
I
it,
don't
too.
know. I think it might be like the stuff they put on the outside of
wax.
the apples. and
See,
stuff, because
yeah,
it's other
yeah,
fruits
yeah.
and
The
vegetables
waxing.
too.
I bet
do
you
it
it's
to
the
me.
wax.
Yeah.
I bet that's it.
So I don't know.
Different.
But
It
what was
was
your guys'
cool.
favorite part of being there?
Ooh.
Mine is the dogs.
I
The
knew she was
dogs
gonna
were
say
great.
that.
I love dogs.
I always just
so-
kind of like walking through the rows.
I like the
it's very,
scenery,
very
yeah.
fun. Yeah, the scenery is beautiful. It's a
Oh,
great time.
hold on.
Oh,
The cars.
Oh, the
they
cars.
had cars.
Yes, that is true.
They had some old Ford cars and a bunch of other stuff and boats. Whew.
Almost sailing season.
I know. They were living in the past and the future. It's crazy.
They had old and new cars. Oh, Aaron.
Old and new cars. That's
Yeah.
right.
Cute. All right.
But yeah.
I think it's time to move on
Yeah.
to
So after
question of the day.
Well, we have a break
Oh.
first.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
You are.
My bad.
You guys gotta wait for the question of the day.
Yeah.
And to meet the
Suspense.
crew member that is gonna be joining us for it. So
Without
after the
further
break,
ado.
let's see.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back. So as you see, we have a member of our crew here. So do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are?
Hello, I'm Michelle Kitchen. On this show, I'm teleprompter. Today, I did assistant producer. In general, I'm the VP of Creative Services.
Yeah, you have a lot you do here for WTOP.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain a little bit of what you do? Tell us a little bit about it.
So with that position, my team and I, wonderful team, we make all the graphics, we select the music, we edit any of the videos that needed to be edited for the shows. I would say that we were able to create all brand new graphics for the new morning news show, Rise and Shine. Shout out to them.
Every Tuesday morning, guys.
At 9 a.m.
Make sure to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, like my team and I work very hard, so I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, you guys have amazing graphics. And
Thank you.
So much great work, and you guys make all the commercials that we show and everything.
Yeah.
It's great. All right. But do you guys want to get into the question of the day?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The moment we've all been waiting for. We're ready.
Question of the day.
All right.
What is your biggest, my bad.
No, you're good.
What is your biggest fear?
Who wants to start?
I think our guest should start.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Wow.
How about one of you guys
I
start?
can
Because
start.
I have two
I can
answers,
start.
depending on how we go.
Yeah. My biggest fear used to be tornadoes, but now it is food poisoning due to having received it twice. Next.
I don't know if I'm really afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, you go.
Look at you.
Oh, I'm scared of Erin.
Biggest fear, Erin Blake.
Erin Blake. She's a scary one. No.
Oh, that face is
Oh,
scary.
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I
I'm
walk into
understanding
the office
now.
and I think she's mad at me, but she's not. She's just looking.
Just the face. It's just the.
Nah,
What
but I
would be
feel
my
like
biggest fear? Do you have one, Michelle? I'm still thinking.
I would say as like a, I do get afraid of heights, like going up. It's like I can go upstairs, but going down, oh my gosh. Like there was a bell tower I went up as a little kid. I was like going up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. And like it was one of those stairs where it was like open in between. So going down was like, if going up was 20 seconds, going down was 20 minutes. I was like terrified.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I figured out.
Yeah. What's your
It's like
fear?
the ocean. So like going deep down into the ocean.
There's
you
a
don't know
word
what's
for
under.
that.
You
There
don't
is
know
a
what's
word
under
for
it.
that. What is the word for that?
something phobia, right?
I always see the TikToks where it's like, whatever the word is, and it's like if you have this, you have a fear of like the deep oceans or something
Or like
like
when
that.
you're out in the ocean and you can't see land at all. Isn't that just a weird feeling?
Yes.
But I mean, it is cool like going on cruises and stuff. Like it looks cool.
I've never
but-
been on a cruise actually.
Really?
No.
Me too.
No.
I've never been.
Never been.
Yeah.
Where's
We
my-
should.
Aaron's
We
trying
should
to
go.
Yeah, let's go together. Why not? Why not?
I can't see.
Did you just
what
say
you're
you've been on
saying,
one?
though.
No.
Oh,
I
well,
haven't.
then let's all go, except for Stephanie.
Is it
What is that?
Thalassophobia?
Thalassophobia? Is that how you say it?
also this started with a T.
Thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia.
That's fear of the ocean?
Oh, fear of
Like
I'm not scared of the ocean, just
No,
like,
it's
yeah,
like the deep
the
water.
deep
Yeah,
part
yeah.
where
Are
you
you
just
don't know
scared
what's
of
under
the
there.
unknown?
Yeah, yeah, it's like
Okay.
the unknown. I guess.
That's
I guess that's a
Yeah.
scary way of
Yeah.
putting it. Just scared of the
That
unknown.
seems really
you know?
deep.
It
Like
does.
scared of the unknown. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Fear.
Yeah.
Ew, no.
I don't like when I can't like really touch or see my feet,
Yeah.
kind of thing. If I'm in like deep waters,
Yeah.
that was scary. Like when I did
yeah.
I was like swimming near a waterfall, so of course like right underneath it, super deep water. It was, yeah, it was. Ugh.
Right? We had gone to the beach for vacation this past summer, and all of a sudden the lifeguards are like blowing the whistle. They're like, everyone out, everyone out. We're like, what the heck's happening? So my sister and I walk up, and then all of a sudden we see like shark fins in the distance.
Oh my God.
We're like, okay.
That's a little scary.
Right then. So yeah, that's why you listen to your lifeguards, ladies and gents.
I think I'm only scared if I'm put in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Until then, you're just chilling?
Until then, I'm chilling, yeah.
Just chilling. Okay.
Not afraid of anything.
You know, that's a good way to be.
Cece, not afraid of anything. Look at this, girl.
But yeah.
All right. Do you want to give us your quote of the day, too?
My quote of the day is, when in doubt, eat cake. Or chicken.
Chicken.
Or pasta.
So when in doubt, eat is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I like to eat. That's the thing. When in doubt, eat cake. Or pasta.
That was a quick change of
pizza.
subject there. Sorry. Cece's quote is, when in doubt, eat.
When in doubt, eat.
So you know.
You always feel better.
See, but then I'd always be eating.
Yeah, right.
I'm always
you
in
always
doubt.
in doubt? Oh.
Usually.
That's
Usually
not
I am.
Not good, girl. I got you.
Oh, well.
All
I'll just
right,
eat
but
more.
I think that's all the time we have for today, guys.
Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for joining us, Michelle.
Thank you for having me
Appreciate your
on.
input. And also, Erin, your input also.
You're scary.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Erin, for being here. Erin's always here. Thank you.
Erin's always here, but wow, that's unsettling.
But make sure to tune in next week when we'll have a whole new vlog, hopefully. And
Yeah.
we'll have a bunch more
We
stuff
got some
going on.
exciting things on the
Oh, yeah.
agenda.
So long, farewell.
Thanks for watching.
I hate to say goodbye.
Adieu.
Adieu.
To you and you and you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
Scoring going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No. Kevin!
Chloe, do you know what time it is?
I don't know, but it's getting kind of late.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Today we're going to start out with something a little different.
Obviously, on the Kinda Late Show, we want to keep you updated on our lives.
And we usually do. And to keep that tradition going, we're going to make it an official segment on the Kinda Late Show.
So let's get started with some of our weekly life updates.
So on our last episode, I talked about how I went home and surprised my brother at his senior night for volleyball. And in the time between these two episodes, my brother's team made it to and won the county championships. Yay! So it's very exciting. I'm super proud of him and the rest of the boys on the team because I'm good friends with a lot of them because he's friends with them and they come over and whatever. So it was the senior game was really good. I heard that the county championships was also really, really good. It was a tough game. My brother actually got an article written about him. in like Newsday or something. So that was cool because he was MVP for the game. But tomorrow night they'll be in the Long Island Regional Championships. So hopefully they do good. Enough about me. What's up with you, Chloe?
All right, so fun little story. I did go home for the weekend, traveled all the way, took a bus from Syracuse to Long Island, or to the city, and then went back to Long Island for my cousin's wedding, which was very nice.
Weddings.
It was a night wedding. It started at like 6 p.m. It had a really short ceremony because it wasn't like a church one, so you didn't get the whole like bang of a church, and then so it was like quick, and it was actually kind of nice because sometimes it does get like you're just sitting there and you're like listening to like a priest talk or something like that. So having like it just kind of roll along, it was nice and it was easy. Once it got to like the cocktail hour, my entire table was scarfing down shrimp cocktails. Like it was nobody's business. They kept coming back around to like, they're like, we got you more, because we were just eating them and eating them. It was so, that was the meal I had that night, was shrimp cocktails. And it was the first time that my twin brother was ever the life of the party. So he was fun to watch and just go around having fun. It was very eventful for him. I'm glad he had fun. And it was nice to seeing my family. Like I don't see them very often. It's mostly just Christmas or like Christmas, and so
Christmas
like,
or Christmas.
That's about it. Like I don't really see them. Maybe sometimes there'll be a birthday thrown in there or like something like that, some special day. And they had my aunt passed away last year, who was the mother of the groom. So they had like a memorial for her on the piano, and it was really nice. And I know my mom really liked it, but. As much fun the wedding was, there was still a horror story, which was my nails.
Chloe always has a horror story.
I do
to
always
tell.
have a horror story. So,
things always happen to you.
Exactly. So over the break, my nails have been crusty forever since I got to school. But my mom was like, yo, like, I made us a nail appointment, like you're gonna come with me. And now, first red flag, the nail place my mom likes to go to, they do bad on my nails, respectfully. Because my mom gets like square, one color, which is fine. They work for her and they stay on long. But for me, I do like when it's shaped a little bit, and sometimes I like to add a little something quirky. Or most of the time I'll do one color, or maybe I'll do a two. But like, I like it when it's a little special. And so this time I was like, can I do acrylic? And I wanted to do this. This is what I wanted. If you guys can kind of see, it's black French tip, kind of round, and there's a line under it. That's what I wanted. That's what I showed them in the picture. I said, do everything in this picture, please. They did not do that. So the nail was like sharper than it was supposed to, and instead of doing the line under the French tip, they just did the black French tip too heavy. Like it was like half my nail was French tip, and I didn't know what to say. Cause she was like, do you want the line? And I was like, she's like, it looks better this way. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. So I left, and my mom, and I tried to stick up for myself. There was like a break in one of the nails too. And I just bawled at my mom in the car. I'm like, I should mess up my nails. I do this every time. And she's like, okay, fine. She calls my dad. They're like, we'll fix it. So we go to a different place, and my dad pays for them to get fixed. And now they're nice. But I did go through some trauma, and it almost made us late for the pictures for the wedding because it took an extra 2 hours to get them redone. So I was in the nails, 2 different nail salons for like 2 hours at different times. But other than that, you know what? It was fun.
That sounds like an experience.
Yeah, loved it.
I personally love weddings, so I'm glad that the wedding part was fun.
Yeah, it's the first wedding I went to.
Ignoring the nail horror story. But you know what I don't love?
What do you not love?
I don't love the fact that the dorms are like 7 billion degrees right now. Except for like today it was chillier, but like the past few days it's been so hot.
You're right, because I got warned about it when I was coming back. But we're going to talk more about this right after the break.
Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Parise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna B.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally got that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outer Urban Studio for the newest episode of Sport.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show, where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Something going on in all of our lives right now is this warm weather.
It's pretty warm for Thanksgiving time.
It really is. I was just thinking about one specific part of Thanksgiving the other day, actually, now that you say Thanksgiving.
The food?
Come on. Me being a picky eater is known. Like, we know I don't care about the Thanksgiving food.
There's only 2 that she likes. It's ham and mashed potatoes.
No! Not the mashed potatoes. Do not get me started on the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
If you want the mashed potato story, you can watch last year's Thanksgiving episode, because I don't even want to talk about it because I'll just get annoyed because the freaking mashed potatoes, I can't deal with it.
It's a very eventful story, but if it's not the food, then what is it?
The Thanksgiving Instagram posts.
Okay.
Every year, everybody's always in the same like neutral fall tones and posting with like family members or like significant others that you've just never seen before.
You're right. It's always a new relationship.
Yeah.
Cuffing season.
No, exactly.
Cuffing
and like,
season.
I find out with, like people's siblings that like I had no idea you had a sibling, and then you post with them for Thanksgiving.
There's always a hidden younger sibling.
Always.
There's always someone hidden.
Or like a really like much older one. Or like they were in college when you were in like elementary school, middle school, so you didn't know they existed, and now they're like a full-grown adult.
That happened with my best friend. I didn't know she had, like I knew she had 2 siblings, didn't know there was a 3rd one that was like 10 years older than her.
Yeah.
So it was like a surprise. I was like, who is this?
No, exactly. And it's also like in high school, like all the older kids, when they would graduate, a lot of them, especially the boys, because like boys don't post on Instagram as much, I feel like, a lot of them, the first time they would post after going to college would be Thanksgiving. And so it'd be the first time seeing what they look like.
So it's like their new,
you know what I mean?
Yes, because my friend sent me a picture of like one of her like ex situationships, and he looked so different, and it was really funny to look at because I was like, "There's no way he's doing that right now. There's no way he looks like that willingly right now." And I felt bad judging him, but like, no, I don't.
No, it's like Thanksgiving is when you see all this stuff. It's interesting.
Sometimes it's a reminder to cut your hair.
Yes.
Shave your face. But I like seeing the new like relationships. I think that's fun. Like, you, like someone who you didn't think was gonna get in a relationship is like posting with someone. And you're like, oh my gosh, who are you? Or like you see when friend groups start to kind of get like smaller. Because
when you see the Friendsgiving posts.
I'm
and
a
it's
victim
like
of that actually. I am a victim of that because my friend group kind of like got smaller. And when we went to college, so they had a Friendsgiving without a few of the friends. And so when they posted it, everybody was like, oh, because they talked about it with the group, but then they didn't invite half of us. And we were like,
oh,
that's
Friendsgivings will do it. Like,
it's so funny.
Friendsgivings are cutthroat.
It's low-key, you know, that's when you know that maybe your summer senior year friend group is not the friend group that you are going to be in for the rest of the time in college. But you know what? It happens. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really notice the whole, like, fall tone things. I don't know. I just kind of post so randomly on Instagram that I don't really.
I feel like everybody's always
realize
wearing like browns
They
and
have to.
stuff for Thanksgiving.
In
Like
the fall,
what I wear for, I wore like a brown sweater and a denim skirt for Thanksgiving last year, and the year before I wore like a white sweater and a tan skirt. Like it's like all those like neutral fall colors, I feel like is what people wear to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't have like enough of a Thanksgiving to wear something nice. It's my family of 5 in our living room / dining room eating the food that my mom cooked on a paper plate most of the time. Like for the past few years it's been that. So it's kind of like I guess the fall vibe I see, but not the Thanksgiving, which I know it's a thing because I see it on Instagram, but like I also just didn't connect it in my brain, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. But you know what, that's fine. It's okay. But we'll get to more fun stuff right after this break.
keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Sorry about that super short Thanksgiving segment. We were just super excited to invite our guest on.
Oh my gosh.
Can we say?
Thanks for having me back on. This is my, third?
I think so.
So I guess she's not too new, but we're still going to have her introduce herself for some of the maybe new people that are watching.
But it's the first time.
Regular.
It's the first time with all three of us.
You're right, because she's always a placeholder.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if I was not here, Kate would be me, and if Chloe wasn't here, Kate would be Chloe. And now we have Kate.
Now we just have
It's
Kate.
like
Three
musketeers.
We stole her from our crew, actually. So right now, there's no one.
Normally I'm behind the prompter, which is always a good time because I love being on this crew because it's my two friends.
Of course.
To introduce myself again for those of you.
We both did that.
For those of you who don't know,
Connected.
My name's Kate. I'm a sophomore. I'm a mass communications and broadcasting major. I have a sales and marketing and sales, a minor in marketing and sales.
English?
Sorry.
So close.
I have my own show here called On Deck. It's on Mondays. And then Chloe and I do a radio show together.
Kate's Corner?
Kate's Corner.
Monday nights.
It gives out the same vibe as the Kinda Late Show, I feel like.
I
Kate's
think
Corner,
so. It's just random.
Really chaotic.
Yeah.
I think
that's
last
minute.
Very last minute.
That's
in
us.
fact, normally we text like 20 minutes before the show and go, let's just think of like 3 topics.
Yeah.
But the other day we walked in, 5 minutes left, and
We just,
no
nothing
idea
was
what
on
was
the
happening.
mind. We were like, okay, we're just did something
winging it.
random, which is kind of what we do, but we have to do it for an hour. But
fun.
I feel like it's fun because at least with the radio show, you can randomly banter things. Like you can't do that as much. But
yeah, we
it's
had a
alright.
wheel with like random I literally Googled icebreakers and like gross icebreakers, and it was like favorite movie, worst fashion trend you ever participated in. And every time the conversation started getting a little bit like, all right, wrap it up, I would like spinning the wheel, new topic.
I love that.
Anna's got to come on.
I will. Invite me on.
Exactly.
Invite me on.
You're
I'll go
always
on.
welcome.
But I think that's enough about
guys.
Kate, actually. Right now, I think we actually need to start our little game.
Yes, we have a game. Because when don't we have a game?
Exactly.
Sometimes,
We love
but
games.
it's fine. We do love games. So, our game today,
love Kate.
if you've ever seen The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, you may have seen this game. It's called True Confessions.
It's like a little spin on that.
Yeah, it's like that's where our like inspiration is from. But basically, we came up with some stories, and we're gonna tell them, and then our other members will just have to guess whether the story is true or false. So I'm gonna go first with my first story. My first story is that when we were younger, my brother and I used to like wrestle and like play fight and like run around the house and stuff. And one time, due to that, I ended up in the hospital.
Oh. I feel like that's something that could have definitely happened, but at the same time, I feel like, I don't know.
I feel like that's such an Anna thing, though.
It is. I have a scar from it and everything.
But maybe it's not an end up in the hospital type of injury.
That's
maybe it's
what
just
I'm also thinking.
your mom put some ice on it and called it a day
I
and put a
feel like
Band-Aid on it.
I'm really looking into her eyes.
But maybe she's starting like
That's
false
the scar.
off with like.
He chased me into like the corner of our fireplace, and I like ran into it. So now I have a scar right above my eyebrow. I had to go to like the children's hospital, and they glued it because my mom didn't want them to give me stitches or staples. So they were like, "Oh, we have glue," and I was like, "Aight."
That happened to my brother.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now I feel like she's getting too specific for it to be fake.
So
unless
it's
she was
true?
like rehearsing this before the show.
Why would I rehearse it before the show?
I feel.
Just
I'm gonna
really
say true.
Trick us out. I'm gonna say
Switching my
true.
answer, true.
True? Are those both your final answers?
Yeah.
Haha, you're wrong.
Darn it!
I actually got this from dancing in my friend's basement, and it was a Halloween dance, and at the end of the dance, I died, and then I like hit my head on something in her basement and cut my head open.
Oh.
But anywho, Chloe, you can
My
go
story
next.
is, so as I think I've mentioned it before, I don't really know. I played a lot of sports when I was younger, and one of those sports was field hockey, and in 7th grade I was a goalie. But the reason why I stopped being a goalie and they moved me to defense was because I got a really bad case of head lice, and I couldn't put on my helmet because it was a shared helmet with everyone that was like goalieing, and there was like, I think it was me and this other girl, and there was sometimes a sub-in goalie who borrowed those helmets.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to do it, so I had to tell my coach in private that I had head lice, and they switched me to defense.
That's actually hilarious.
That's
If that's
definitely
true, that's
There's
really
no way that's fake.
See, I don't know. Because I know you played field hockey briefly, and I know I've
mentioned that
yes.
I'm actually
I
gonna
was
say
goalie
no.
in defense. Yeah.
I'm gonna say no too, because I feel like if this actually happened, we 100% would have heard it before.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Because I've heard you talk about playing field hockey. I've heard you talk about being goalie.
I mean, I was a head lice kid. As in, I've gotten head lice like 3 or 4 times.
I know that too, but I feel like
you don't think that it was.
I don't think that it was all
I don't think.
like interconnected.
Because it's not even like I wanted to be switched to defense. I wanted to be switched to forward, and instead she switched me to defense because I was goalie, and they're like the defense goalie type of pipeline.
I still think this is a fake story.
You think
Fake.
so?
I don't know.
My head lice?
I would 100%
I know that you were a head lice kid because we've talked about your head lice. We've talked about.
I'm like
we've
90%
talked about.
I've told this story to you.
We've talked about a lot of these topics, but I feel like never together.
I feel like we're being
No,
gaslit
not
into
sure.
like our answer
She's
right
gaslighting
now.
us.
I fully
She's
have
gaslighting.
told you this story before, or have I? But I'm pretty sure
That's
I have.
fake. I'm
Okay.
so set in stone that this is fake.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like
So
if
you're
I
trying to
say,
gaslight
if I
us.
feel like I.
How am I
if-
gaslighting you when I'm telling you a story?
I feel like if
You know
I
what
say
it
it's
is,
fake and
because-
it's true, then I'm gonna look like a bad friend. But I'm gonna have to say it's fake.
Okay, it is fake.
Yes.
It wasn't
I knew
field hockey
it.
that happened with. It was softball.
Oh.
I had to stop being a catcher for softball because I had a bad case of head lice.
I was about to say, I feel like we've talked about Chloe playing field hockey
Yeah.
enough to the point where this story
Yeah.
is like too much of a like.
Right.
Head lice was true. Field hockey was not true.
Anyway,
Dang
Kate,
it. I told you I
what's
can't
your
lie.
first
I told this
story?
before. I was like,
Okay,
can't lie.
so my story is that when I was 8, there was a rabbit, like a house rabbit, outside of my backyard, and I really wanted it because I had a hamster, and apparently I just wanted like a petting zoo in my house.
Right,
So I
as
went,
one does.
As one does. So I would go outside, and this rabbit just like lived in this little like bush outside my house, and it was like a house rabbit because it was like white and black. And I would go out and I'd feed it every day. So one day my parents were like, we should just like get it. And I thought I had the power myself to waddle on out there and just like pick up this rabbit and bring it inside. So I picked up the rabbit and it attacked me. And I was home alone after school. Like the bus had just dropped me off in the bus, and I went outside, picked up this rabbit, and now I have scars all over my arm, like up to my shoulder, from where like the rabbits scratched me.
True. I also feel like maybe you've told me this story before. I'm trying to think if you have. And if you haven't, I'll feel really dumb. But I don't know.
See, I want to say that it's true. Like, you have the physical evidence for it, but also so did I, and mine was fake. And also, I don't know, something in your eyes right now is telling me you're lying.
She's lying. She's a liar.
I don't know.
No, I think she's telling the truth.
Because I believe that you would do that.
I don't know. true. Because you would pick up a bunny.
You would pick up.
You would pick up an outdoor bunny.
I'm gonna.
Little Kate Salamina running around. Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's fake, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
It was true.
Yes, finally I win something.
I got in so much trouble.
Good.
It was a house rabbit though. Like it was somebody's house rabbit. They just like let go,
And
which was really
it
sad.
scratched you?
I thought I had the power to go and like not strangle.
Capture it?
Capture it. Lasso or whatever that. Oh my gosh,
Anyway.
Awkward.
Okay.
So, I'll tell my second story.
Okay.
Kindergarten. At like, I don't know if you guys had like scope. It was like our aftercare because our parents worked
We had
late.
something like that.
Yeah. And it was like me and my friend, and we were on the playground, and we were just hanging out, whatever. And then he punched me in the face and knocked my 2 front teeth out. And it was kindergarten. And my mouth was all bloody, and I had to go inside and like tell the ladies that were working like the aftercare. I was like, teeth. And I was crying, and it was very traumatic, and it still gets brought up in my friend group to this day.
True.
It's true. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's true.
I feel like if it's false, it's like something so similar
I was
as
about
in
to say.
like some kid threw something at me instead of maybe kicked her or like she fell into something. So I'm gonna say it's true.
Yeah.
Is that the final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I feel like I've definitely also told you that story before. Really. I love that story. I think it's so funny. He claims, okay, side story. He claims it was because I was trying to kiss him because I was in fact obsessed with him in kindergarten. But that's not what really happened. He was talking to me, whatever. I was like jumping rope or something, and he was like, "Do you want to see the new karate move I learned yesterday?" And that's my dude voice, by the way.
Okay.
And I was like, "Of course I do," because again, I was obsessed with him. And he spins around and goes, "Bam!" and punches me in the face and knocks my 2 front teeth out.
Oh.
It was so much fun. It was definitely an
Did you
experience.
guys become friends after that?
We were friends at the time.
Oh, did you
We've
stay
been
friends?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. You know
Anyway.
what? It's okay then. You got like double the tooth fairy money, so.
Right.
Ooh.
Right?
That's a good way to look at it.
Right.
Wait, Chloe?
Did you get good tooth fairy money when you were younger though? Because I didn't. My younger brother did. It was literally favoritism.
It happens.
$5.
Oh, I got like maybe $8. But my brother got, I think for my brother's last tooth, he literally got like 20. I might be lying, no, I actually have no idea.
Alright, Chloe, what's your next
That's
story?
my second story. No. So for my second story, I was in elementary school, and I was a really big attention kid, and I don't know why I would ever do something like this, but I did, in fact, pretend I fell asleep on the playground, tie my sneakers together, get up, walk, and fall. And then have the lady that like watches over the playground asked me if I was okay. And I was like, some kid tied my shoes together when I was asleep. And yeah, that was it.
You know that like TikTok trend that it's like moments in life that like alter my brain? Like that would have been a moment in my life that like altered my brain.
So
oh my
I tied my shoes together just for attention when I was like
That's so
in
something
elementary
you would
school.
do.
Oh, 1,000%
That
you
is
would do
like
that.
Chloe Santa Core.
That's it. And then I owned up to it in 8th grade. To my entire English class. No, 10th grade. Entire English
Like,
class.
did you like injure yourself when you
Nope.
did that? Like, you were
Just,
perfectly
just fell
fine?
for fun.
For
Tied the
fun.
shoes together.
Just another normal day.
Just knocked myself
in
out.
life. Just
Falling asleep right on the wood on the side of the playground. Tied my shoes together.
Did you like actually fall asleep, or did you just pretend you were
It
asleep?
was fake sleep.
Okay.
It's nothing like just pretending to knock yourself out on the
I'm
playground.
gonna say true, just because I feel like that's something you would do.
I'm gonna say false because I feel like she definitely did something like this, but it wasn't exactly this.
Yeah, that too. I changed my answer to false.
You think so? No, it's totally true.
Oh my god.
100% I did
made me
that.
second guess myself.
Don't blame this on me.
No, I was lying. No, I was a really big attention kid. And I did that, and I fully don't know why to this day I did that, but it's okay.
Sometimes we just do things.
In the middle of that story, I also remembered like pretty much that same year I brought a thing of worms to school too. from
You're
my
strange.
backyard.
Oh my god.
I'm not
I
even,
killed them in the sun.
if we talk
accidentally.
about worms right now, I will throw up. So, Kate, what is your story?
Okay, my story is when we went to Mexico one year on vacation. We went snorkeling, and part of the snorkeling excursion was you went on this thing that was called like the spin glider, and it's almost like paragliding, but except the boat's still, and you just like kind of like go in the wind instead of the boat pulling you, if that makes sense. So I wanted to go on it, obviously, so I went on it, and the wind got really strong. out of nowhere. And I was like 13 at the time, so I was smaller. Like I was not like super big. Not that I'm 5 feet tall. So just imagine me like 4 inches shorter, and that's what I was. And they lost control, and the rope started to like go further out, and the wind got really bad, so I started like whipping around the boat. And you're supposed to like jump off to get off, and you just go into the water. But I couldn't jump off because the wind was so strong and I was flying so fast. If I jumped off, I would have like hit the side of the boat and died. So there's like a video, and I'm just like screaming my lungs out because I was so scared of this thing.
I feel like that could be true. But I'll say true. But I feel like I wouldn't be surprised.
Story when we were talking about your Mexico trip, but instead you talked about your cliff diving experience. So I'm gonna say false.
That was another one.
False.
I'm gonna second that because she sounds like she has a good reason. So false.
It's false.
Yeah. Yes.
It did happen. It happened to my mom, not me. Poor mom.
It's actually really funny.
So scary. Well, it was honestly terrifying.
We're all liars, though.
I have like a video of me, and it's like starting off cute, and she's like around on the little thing, and then the wind just goes boom, and I'm like, Mom!
Oh,
it was so bad.
Wow. On that note, I think that's all the time we have for today.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in with us this Wednesday. Make sure that you follow us on our Instagram at WTOP Kinda Late. And from there, you can follow us on other platforms.
Exactly.
But tune in every week.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having
me. At 9:30.
See you next time on The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Bradley, what is this all? Bradley, what does this all mean?
I mean,
it's so exhausting.
I mean, if we start here,
that's the root of our issue.
That's the root. I mean, but then we got to keep Jake in mind. See, I wasn't around.
How did he get to Jake? How did he get in your head here?
So I don't even remember that.
I don't get it. I don't get his mind games.
Well, here's the start.
That is the start.
Your show.
That is where all of my problems began when I made that jackass join our show. I just don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get how he got to Jake. I don't know how he got to you.
I mean,
I don't know how you turned into a psychotic evil.
I'm worried about my Little Pony collection.
Dude, you don't even have time to collect ponies anymore.
I haven't gotten one in months.
Pinkie Pie was your latest one. I remember you were so hyped up.
I'm so far behind.
and then you knock me in the head with a bat, and then
There's been like
it all
20
hit the
of them
fan.
since.
The limited edition one you didn't get?
No, missed that. Damn Finkel.
We need to figure out. I don't even know where to start.
We gotta start.
We
I
have
mean,
no
these
clues.
poor people.
What happened to these? Janice and Janine, beautiful couple. Now they're dead. This is unbelievable. I really don't know what to do.
I have no
do you have
clue.
any? I don't know. Do I trust you? Can I trust
I
you?
hope so.
What is this
I'm
all
working
about?
I don't know.
You don't remember that at
No.
all? You don't remember cracking me in the face?
No.
Dude, I don't know.
Dude, I don't remember. I remember this. I remember this.
This is unbelievable. Really, I don't know where square one is.
I have no idea.
I'm so flustered.
Guys, you guys gotta look at this.
What's up, Tommy?
I was going through the yearbooks here at WTOP, and this is Pat Machado's freshman year one.
Wow.
You guys just gotta take a look at this. I mean,
It's 1970. Holy.
I just couldn't believe this.
Oh my.
What is?
Oh my God.
No. Evil surgeon found Dr. Van Finkel, longtime
That's the
surgeon.
Fink, right?
What is Fink doing in a yearbook from
Not 1970.
Dr. Van Finkel, a longtime surgeon located out of Oswego, New York, was found dead early Sunday morning after being arrested for mysterious patient disappearance and kidnapping. After police found several patient remains in his home, Finkel was placed in the Oswego County Correctional Facility and later found dead. And this is from like 50 years ago.
That's, yeah, a little longer, but yeah.
No.
That can't be right.
This can't.
No.
Are we dealing with a ghost?
Hey guys, it's 5 minutes till show.
Well, we gotta get back to this.
Live from
WTOP.
It's late night?
Late night?
What is going on?
Mr. Bradley.
What's up, sir?
Reunited once again. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this beautiful, lovely championship.
All right.
All right, don't mind me putting on my Luke Rosenthal heavyweight championship.
There it is, the Luker Continental
Put that on.
Championship.
It's even got a nice little spin to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Luke,
Gotta love it.
you're always in my heart and my mind. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most thrilling 30 minutes in all of WTOP. Welcome to Lake Night.
Good to be back after a long, well-earned spring break. And as always, we've got a lot on schedule for you tonight.
You know, Bradley, we're in the midst of a deep mystery here.
We are.
What some would call a pickle.
A little bit of a pickle, yeah. It's not dill either. Not a delicious one.
No, it's not a delicious pickle at all.
No.
And Finkel is continuously the root of our problem. And in the latest story developing, we might be dealing with some supernatural being.
Yeah,
It doesn't surprise me at this point. You know, nothing surprises me with that guy.
Nothing surprises me with him. I mean, if I could say anything, I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Speechless. I have no idea what to say.
One takeaway: he hasn't messed with our show in a while. You know,
I mean, knock on
something.
Proverbial wood.
Knock on something.
Somewhere.
We somehow, some way, found a way to escape, and he hasn't been. You know, we found Pat Machado's yearbook that kind of. You know,
I mean, we had to wipe the dust off first.
Yeah, no, that thing was ancient. It
Yeah,
really
oh
was.
God, yeah. Ooh.
But, you know, he hasn't messed with us, so we'll see for now. Because tonight, we have a doozy of an episode planned for you guys, per usual, with 2 segments guaranteed to blow your socks off. So call your Aunt Bertha and tell her to tune in, make yourself a nice egg salad sandwich with some canned Vienna sausages, and buckle right up. Because, ladies and gents, Lake Night's going to get spicy right after the break. Stay tuned. Love you, Luke.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out